Have you ever been in the horrible situation where your weapon just feels absolutely useless? Isn't it frustrating having to rely on your team? Do you want a weapon that has absolutely everything that you could ever ask for? Well, then I have just the thing for you. That's right, the L3D Nozzlenose, the weapon with absolutely no weakness at all. Some claims made are satirical in nature. We hold no liability for any misunderstandings or confusion created. This weapon will account for almost any playstyle. It can be a slayer. It can be support. It can even be used by casuals who just want to paint the ground. Whoever you are, you can definitely benefit from buying the L3D. This ad is not sponsored by Ammonites in any way, so you can be sure that everything I say is completely 100% unbiased. This is also a parody of Vicvillon, so you should go check her out after you learn why the L3D is just the weapon for you. So what makes the L3D such a perfect weapon? I'm glad you asked. The base L3 Nozzlenose is a powerful burst-fire gun that shoots 3 bullets of ink at once, far better than the average 1 bullet at once. In just 2 presses of a trigger, even if you miss a couple shots, you can turn any opponent into calamari. If you don't know what calamari is, then you weren't paying attention in ancient human history class. Like seriously, it's kinda scary. Just like this weapon. The quick kill time that this majestic bullet spewer possesses is complemented by its quick mobility. Mobility is one of the most important traits a weapon can have. Just watch as it gracefully moves around as if nothing in the world could slow it down. You'll be flapping around your enemies like a beautiful bird that brings them death and destruction. Imagine using a Splatoon except, like, you actually have range. On the topic of range, you may have been thinking, doesn't this sound a lot like other short-range weapons? It's fast and can kill quickly. What's the difference? First, I would say, how dare you compare it to those other puny weapons? But also that you would be right. It isn't that much different. That is, if the L3 didn't come with the extended range from its state-of-the-art hose technology. This massive bonus will allow you to annihilate any pesky splattershot or 52 gal that may try to get close to you. You thought that you could advance forward without any consequences? Pshh, that's never gonna happen on my watch. The L3 does not compare to its other shorter range counterparts, and that is an undisputable truth. But it gets better. Your L3 comes fitted with more high-end hose technology, providing it with incredible ink efficiency and fantastic painting power. Our researchers back at our facility have done some extensive testing, and have uncovered concrete data that proves what the L3 is capable of. Here is the data. Sorry, that was the wrong picture. Don't know how that got there. Okay, here is the correct data. As you can see, our researchers have found that your ink tank, when connected to the L3D, will last a total of 10 seconds of non-stop firing before running out, and that is just without any ink saver. And just look at how quickly it turfed that ground. It only took 8 seconds for you to charge up your special without any special charge up. Incredible! Want to take the zone? No problem. Want to charge special? Faster than an Olympic squid swimmer. Want to make friends? It's got that covered too. I can guarantee with scientific proof that you will never have to worry about stepping in the wrong ink ever again. Speaking of friends, did you know that the L3 has its very own best friend? And maybe even one of your worst enemies? You guessed it, main power-up. With only 1 main and 5 subs of MPU equipped on your gear, you can transform your already powerful L3 into an absolute death machine. If anyone decides to step in your ink, even just a little bit, then you will have the opportunity to splat them in just 1 burst fire of destruction. Imagine the power that you could hold in your hands to be able to paint an entire area in a matter of moments, and then be able to immediately punish any poor soul who decides to venture too far into your newly found turf. You might call it cheap or broken, but I'm more inclined to call it effective. Now you may have noticed that I haven't actually talked specifically about the L3D variant, even though it was the whole purpose of this ad. I'll let you know now. The L3 Nozzlenose can be a tricky weapon to figure out. It kind of requires good accuracy to be used properly. If you have very sharp aim, then you will reap the great rewards that this weapon can offer. But for those who lack in that department, do not fret. No matter how good you are at hitting shots, you will definitely enjoy what you are about to hear. Allow me to introduce you to the L3D variant, equipped with burst bombs and inkjet. This Dolphin brand, oh, so that's why it's called the L3D, has a much better combination than the vanilla version that is equipped with curling bomb and baller. Yucky. Burst bombs will allow you to freely deal damage to opponents, enabling you to take them out with fewer shots, which, as you know, is always a win. If you manage to hit your foe with 3 shots, but they barely sneak out of your grasp, you can use a burst bomb and guarantee that they don't escape. Another weakness of the L3 is how it can struggle to paint the walls on its own. Thankfully, burst bombs have got you covered, or more accurately, your wall covered. Then, when things seem dire and your opponents gang up so that they actually have a chance to take you down, you can activate your powerful inkjet to blast them away at range. Personally, inkjet is my favorite special. It has the capability to one-shot any foe, making them all run away in fear. And because you can charge your inkjet in a minimum of 8 seconds, you will be using it a lot. The L3D Nozzlenose, as you can see, is quite the package, and you can buy it at Ammonites for just 12,500 G. Just make sure that you are at least level 23. Unfortunately, I cannot offer any special deals because Sheldon doesn't even know that this ad exists. But who cares? The only special deal that you could need is the opportunity to own such a masterpiece. Once again, head over to Ammonites, grab yourself an L3D, and I would appreciate it if you would maybe not tell Sheldon about his secret marketing team. That's all for this ad, and thanks for watching. Now that the video's over, you should go check out Vicvillon. The link to her YouTube channel is in the description and the comment section.